The ugly grudge match between Uruguay and Ghana has ended in chaos with Uruguayan players all over the officials after whistle. Georgian de Arrascaeta scored twice for Uruguay in the 2-0 win, but it was not enough to keep the despondent South Americans in the World Cup. It was the first time in 2 decades that La Celeste have failed to reach the knockout stages. Unable to score in their first 2 matches, Uruguay needed a win to advance from Group H and for already qualified Portugal to avoid defeat by South Korea. But the Asian side shocked 2-1 when the second goal coming in stoppage time ensured they went through by virtue of having scored 2 more goals. South Korea pipped the former champions to the Group H runners-up spot on with victory over Portugal, news that left Uruguay's star striker Luis Suarez in tears as he pondered the probable end of his World Cup career along with his fellow luminary Edinson Cavani. Uruguay's frustration at a pair of unsuccessful penalty claims in its 2-0 win against Ghana erupted in ugly scenes as its players got in the face of the referee and followed him down the tunnel. Star forward Edinson Cavani, who had a penalty claim denied, was also filmed knocking over the VAR monitor. Several players made physical contact with German official Daniel Siebert and yelled angrily in his face after the South Americans crashed out of the World Cup despite their victory. Australian commentator and former Socceroo Craig Foster slammed the behavior. "It was bad scenes afterwards," Foster said in the SBS studio. "There's no need for the Uruguayan players to be confronting the referee and pushing and shoving. That stuff is unacceptable, they shouldn't be doing it." And Mark Bosnich replied that, "But it's going to happen with high emotions." Players from both teams watched the results with enormous intensity, and the South Americans lost it when they realized their World Cup dream was over. The bad blood between Ghana and Uruguay goes back 12 years to the 2010 World Cup. In that game, and a Suarez handball resulted in Ghana being eliminated. Prior to this game, Ghana were clear that their sole mission was to bump Uruguay out of the 2022 World Cup. Ghana fans widely booed Suarez throughout the game, and also when his name was called by the stadium announcer. Despite not winning, Ghana fans were seen partying in the street, knowing they had achieved their mission. Suarez was in tears in the aftermath and lashed FIFA. He claimed to have been prevented from going across to his family following the final whistle. Suarez said that, "After the game I want to go hug my family, and people from FIFA come to tell me no. It seems that Uruguay has to have more power. FIFA is always against Uruguay." Suarez, at the age of 35, is winding down his playing career but hoped for a flourish on the world stage. Instead, his tournament ended in a pot shot at tournament chiefs. He had to settle for a small consolation, but even winning in front of his little boy left a sorry taste. Suarez added that, "I was lucky to play my 4th World Cup. And what I thought about before the match was my 4-year-old son, who hadn't seen me win a World Cup match. Today, he saw me win, but he sees this image of sadness, and I think that's it. For a father, for a player it is very difficult, but we are going to face the situation and encourage our teammates for what lies ahead." Teammate Federico Valverde underlined the dismay in the Uruguay ranks, with South Korea's late winner from Hwang Hee-chan against Portugal having snatched away second place. "There is much sadness and disappointment," Valverde said. "This is a very good group of players and the coaching staff. People supported us and encouraged us in difficult times, and it's a great sadness. We are sad for not having given the country the joy it deserves."